Well, boys, welcome in. That sucked. Not really, though. Welcome back, guys, to another Rave Green TV stream. I'll be flying solo for a bit tonight as Brody and Shion are both boots on the ground at the game. Guys, if you enjoy this stream, leave a like, drop a comment. Let's see this chat blow up. Vamos Sound already said, I'm blind, I'm deaf, I want to be a ref. Yeah, that game was full of controversial referee decisions, to say the least. I don't know how Laborda was even on the field to tie that game up. I mean, that was just a pain. I don't know how he didn't get that yellow on that tackle on Nuhu. Should have sent him right off. JJ says 2 reds not give. It's insane. Which I don't know if we can fully blame the referee for the loss, but the referee's definitely a big part of it. But guys, welcome in. We'll wait for some more people to join in on the stream. Guys, like I said, leave a like if you enjoy the stream, if you enjoy the channel. If you guys are new around here, don't forget to subscribe. We are so close to 2K. The push for 2K is on as we near postseason, or hopefully the Sounders can figure themselves out. Pat Grind 14. Ref was cheeks. I would agree. Pat Grind 14. Yeah. Seems like a main talking point is the officiating in this game, and I would agree. I think there's definitely points to talk about on our side as well, but yeah, the officiating was not fun. But guys, what are your thoughts on that game overall? I mean, I'm disappointed. I'm always disappointed not to get 3 points at home in a Cascadia Cup game like this. I'd like to see the Sounders have been able to come away with something. Obviously, we got a point, but it felt like this was an opportunity for us to really right the ship. And instead, we're skidding on a 4-game winless streak. We got to lock in, or else we're gonna get cooked by. Cooked is an understatement, dude. Understatement. Absolute understatement. In current form, the thing is, the Sounders is. Me and Brody talked about this last time we were on with you guys. The Sounders have been really complacent and making mistakes that are kind of just leading us to fast break goals getting scored on us and kind of just gross transition moments. We saw it in that Austin game with the first goal, or we just did a dumb turnover at the back. We saw it again tonight, which albeit was Snyder Brunel, young guy, he'll learn his way around, but we turn the ball over and give Brian White easy transition moment to score. One of those in a playoff game against LAFC. Bouanga, Son, they're scoring every time. And we've seen that in the past. We saw it against that game a few years ago when Alex Roldan was putting a blender on the sideline against Bouanga, and we lost 1-0 at home. Will Yaimar and Alex be good? I don't know. Obviously, Alex tried to play through it. We'll have to see. Hopefully, we'll get some results back soon. But Alex, and it looked like he was holding his upper groin area, but really high upper groin, which is weird. And then Yaimar, it almost looked like he was trying to keep playing, which is a good sign for us. Because I mean, if we lose Yaimar, this statement is just written in concrete. Because I love Tim Keehee. Reagan's a solid defender as well. I love our team, but losing your best guy going against a team like that in the playoffs is not what you want to see. That would just not be a good look. But boys, welcome in as the chat seems to be blowing up quite a bit. We're waiting for everyone to get in. Our Club World Cup bounce is gone. Yeah, I think that is safe to say, 100%. Which is sad to see. Hopefully the Sounders can regain that quickly. I want to open this up. Let's have a look at the standings. Can I just see what we're talking about? I mean, look at that. We're really on that fringe where we need to start getting some wins and I don't want to play LAFC with them having the home field advantage. 32-52 behind them. Back to this comment. That scares me with how we're dealing right now. The types of chances we're giving up are the type of chances that LAFC feed off of, where they'll let us have the ball. They'll let us almost dictate, and then they'll just catch us on the counterattack. And those two players, the players who do it, LAFC are looking really good. I'm thinking they might win the play. Yeah, it's not a bad take at all, but I will have faith in the boys. They talked about it on the broadcast. If I were to pick any manager in the MLS to lead a team in the playoffs, it would be Schmetz. I mean, he's proven it time and time again. But LAFC is looking good, and this is really scary with the form we are in. Alex Lee's hamstring as well. I thought, yeah, see, it looked like he was reaching up between his legs. I couldn't tell if it was his hamstring or his groin. Hopefully, we'll learn about it real soon. A red card was not great. He ended up scoring 2, scripted, rigged, and dumb. Andrew, You describe all of our feel I just don't understand. Like, I don't even know how to put it into words because it's like the most obvious, like, textbook second yellow card. We saw that called against us in the past. Like, I don't understand what's a foul anymore. The rules changed and referee to referee to the point where it's like, I don't care if it is a second yellow card. The rule book is written what is and what is not a yellow card. The fact that he was already on one does not change it from being a clear stopping of a counter. It's like, what are we doing? Faces are testing ham. See, that's scary. I mean, what is with this Sounders team? We talked about ACLs last stream, but hammies aren't much better for the Sounders. You seen De La Vega with all the hammy problems. You see Roll Dawn. I mean, boys, the injury bug. This is a 2-2 tie, but really it's a 2-2 loss because that's 2 points dropped at home. We lost half of our back line. Rough times in Seattle, boys. Rough times, but hopefully we don't have rough times in this stream tonight. Should we just drop this P Mango? One, absolutely love the profile picture. But yeah, boys, leave in the chat. Is that a good take? Do we just like let Austin jump us? We go play Minnesota on the road? Boys, is that a W take? Leave in the chat what you think about that. I don't think that's a horrible idea. Obviously, I'd rather us finish as high as possible, but you had to take Minnesota or except I don't know. I don't know. Set pieces proved again tonight. We're not the best defending set pieces. That's all Minnesota has is set pieces and long throws. Yeah, I mean, I think Bruno. I wouldn't mind seeing Danny Leva get some minutes. I mean, I think Danny's been good this year, so we'll have to see. But at least another game without Obed, so we'll have to see if Schmetz sticks with Brunel or if puts Danny in there. I will say though, I know Brunel turned the ball over for the first goal, which is disappointing to see. But we talked the other day about how uncomfortable he looked on the right. He looks so much more comfortable in that double pivot down in the six, where it's like, why was he ever playing on the right? And don't ever test that again. I know that's crazy saying this after a game where he cost us the first goal, but he just looks so much more comfortable in the midfield. JJ says Minnesota on the road, please. I'm in. If we drop another spot and we go on the road to play at Minnesota, you better be decked out head to toe, jersey, face paint, hair painted. I want to see you tarps off, shirtless in the Minnesota cold, painted green and blue. Go Sounders. Prove how much of a Sounders fan you are, dude. He said, I will. That's it. Chat, clip that. Full green and blue for JJ. Their chance I am out. Yeah. Awesome. Great photo again. Coming with some strong profile pictures tonight, boys. But yeah, I mean, that definitely is. I mean, I don't want to sugarcoat it. The only thing we have to do to beat Minnesota is defend a set piece. So, which to be fair, if we don't have Ymir, that's even more scary with the way LAFC are playing. Yeah, that actually is a good point too. Though. I mean, LAFC could easily jump Minnesota, and then we'll have the same situation. So maybe we just make the right call and start playing good and stop losing and tying games. Someone call Schmetz up. Be like, hey, let's stop losing. Let's stop tying. That's actually a pretty good idea. LAFC sounds like a first exit for us with how they're on. Yeah. Nothing else to say, but yeah. Yeah, Schmetz just loves throwing a center mid on the wing and seeing if I mean, maybe he just gets flashbacks from Rolled On playing good on the right when he had that stretch out there and being like, yep, go over there, hang out for a bit and see what happens. And with Brunel, it did not work. And obviously, Obed is way better in the middle. Seattle Sounders deserve to get a new signing. I would talk about this, but I think we've probably talked about this on the channel 400,000 times because it's just been repeated over and over again. I think Kent was supposed to be that guy. He ended up not being that guy. Sadly, he still could be. Supposedly he's not out, so maybe he'll pull up for the playoffs, and that 84 road to the final Kent FIFA card will show up, and then I won't have to talk about that. Playoff tickets will be needed. You have to be there. You have to be there. End the discussion, and you need to be so fanned out that we see you. They can't take you off of the TV. Actually, Yeah, I think that's a fair take. I've been saying this. I was telling my buddy, I think I was texting Brody this actually the other day. I was looking at the standings in terms of who I'd want to play like in a playoff game. I trust us more than a lot of teams in our conference, right? Like, as crazy as it sounds, I would take us in a playoff game, obviously over all the teams below us, except for all the teams below us. I would take us in a playoff game over Vancouver. I don't know why, but I would take us in a playoff game over San Diego. The only thing that scares me is LAFC's LAFC and Minnesota. Like the set pieces just go back and forth. So I'm not out in this team winning. I'm not a betting man, supposedly, but if I were to be a betting man, I would not hate looking at the odds of Sounders winning MLS Cup. That's a fact. We need some new Subaru. Welcome back, Subaru. Speaking of Subaru, if we win MLS Cup, you said you're coming out and you're celebrating with the Rave Green TV crew. So that'll be a lot of fun. And next year when we win a game, it will because we will get some firepower up top because we are going to sign Robert Lewandowski. Rave Green TV, stamped and certified. We are pushing it out. Sounders for Lewa. Hashtag Sounders for Lewa. Let's get that going. Get that trending on Twitter right now. Yeah, Drew. Morris should not start. Yeah, he just kind of looked out of place again today. I will admit that. And as one of the bigger Sounders supporters on this channel, the problem is in current form, I don't think that Morris I think current form right now, Moose is better than Morris up top. I would rather have Morris in form over Moose in form, if that makes sense. I think Morris provides way more. I think Moose is more of a goal scorer. He's just more of a finisher. But if Morris is going to be kind of how he is today, I'd rather have Moose start, yes. But hopefully we have a couple games. I mean, we have a few left in the season where maybe we can, iron everything out and get ready, locked and loaded for the playoffs. But, we'll have to see. Do you think Lewandowski would be a good sign? 100%. 100%. I mean, that's one of those signings we talked about with Rashford where Lewa would be so good. We talked about this the other day also about think about how many goals Musovski has and how many misses this guy has, just blatant sitters. Lewa doesn't miss blatant sitters like that. He might score 50 goals. In this current team, Lewa, sneaky good in the air, great finisher, like everything. All the chances that we create would go perfectly for Robert Lewandowski. And then on top of that, all the publicity from photos of him in a Rave Green jersey at Lumen in Seattle, it's a win-win. It's publicity. It's good on the field. Boys, Sounders for Lewa. Hashtag Sounders for Lewa. Get it trending right now. Chat right now. Fill the chat up, then we'll fill Twitter with it. Sounders for Lewa. The one thing is Sounders forgot that the summer window exists, though. Yeah, I mean, who needs a summer window? You know what I mean? Like, kind of overrated, says Sounders fans or Sounders management. I like Jordan off the bench. Yeah, that's fair too. I mean, if Jordan isn't fit to play the whole game, I almost would agree with that because I think that he'd be more pivotal coming at tired defenders late in the game than playing him in the first half. And then you don't know how the game changes. I agree with that a lot. No, I don't want Biscuits. I do not want Biscuits. Busquets, class player, but no, I do not want my boy taking minutes on guys in this team. It's only so good. Schmetz is probably only starting Morris so he can catch. Yeah, I agree. And I think that's the right call. And I would love Morris to get back in form. I think this is the best way for that to happen. But there we go, boys. They're pouring in. Sounders for Lewa. Get it trending. Come on. Come on. Yeah, I don't know if this is him not like gelling with the team or this is just him not back in form yet, right? I think that we need to give it some time before that happens. What else are we looking at? Sounders for Lewa, love to see it. Yes, Biscuits did just retire, but he's retiring at the end of the season, right? So I think that's what we were referring to. But either way, I have no desire to get Biscuits. So, you know what I mean? Where is this comment at? Papa Lover. Sounders for Griezmann. Well, I would agree with that 100%. Why don't we make this a real thing, right? Come on. Greasy. Mariners fan. Mariners in the playoffs. Maybe the Mariners are going to be a little bit of a wagon. And then you know what? Greasy, you can come here. You can enjoy some playoff baseball. And then, win an MLS Cup, win a CONCACAF Champions Cup. It all works out good. Let's do it. Peppo, and that'd be so. If I can just visualize that graphic. Peppo. Speaking of Peppo, can we talk about Peppo for a minute? Did bro die? Because it seems like his full injury report is kind of being pushed under the rug a little bit. He keeps going back and forth, being on the bench. Like, what's bro doing down here? Peppo. I don't know if it's us saving him, but it's like he needs to get minutes for the playoffs. I just want to know. See, okay. We'll circle back to Peppo. Griezmann was one of my favorite players growing up. One of the first non-MLS jerseys I got growing up. I don't care what form of Griezmann we got. Personal bias, I want Greasy in the Rave green. So I'll stand on that hill forever. No matter how poor he is. He's one of my childhood guys. I just love watching Greasy play forever. Peppo sacrificed his career that's commitment. That's grit. That's what we need. That's a locker room guy right there. That is what we like to see. You know what I mean? Give one up for the boys. No, I'm just kidding. Hopefully he didn't, because me personally, I'd much rather win an MLS Cup than a Leagues Cup, as fun as that Leagues Cup was. But we'll see. It's supposed to be back in October, so we're lucky he's on the bench. I just wish that we'd hear the full story as to what it is, because I just feel like it's kind of talked about or around. You know what I mean? We would make it back to the club book. Yes. Sounders for Lewa. Boys, get it going. Sounders for Lewa. All right, boys. What else do we want to talk about? Let's look at this. Okay, so Foot Mob ratings. Let's talk about some of the guys' performances tonight as we wait for some more people. Brody and Cheyenne won't be joining tonight. They're actually filming some fan reactions at the stadium. So hopefully we get some cool videos for you guys with that. If you guys are watching this while still at the stadium, Cheyenne has some cool stuff to give away, some RGTV stickers, a lot of cool Sounders memorabilia we got given out, cool Sounders trading cards. I know Cheyenne has a big deck at the stadium with him to give out to you guys. I mean, some cool autographs. Let's find some. Let me look at that. Speaking of strikers, Raul Rui Diaz. Can we imagine if we had Rui still? Prime Rui. What a life. Wait, Weibel won't sign no matter what we do. Okay, well, we can at least try our best, right? If his phone keeps blowing up just with all the hashtag Sounders for Loa, he'll have no choice. Nuhu man of the match, IMO. What was the best thing Nuhu did this game? In my opinion, squirting that guy with the water bottle. I don't know if you guys saw it before halftime, how he got his yellow. Supposedly Nuhu sprayed some dude with his water bottle. So, I think it's proven Nuhu isn't the most disciplined player, but he was really good tonight, especially. I think, honestly, that yellow card fired him up in that second half. He should have got Laborda sent off. He kind of looked like the Nuhu we've been missing, which is good to see. As Siri is blowing me up. Darn Apple. That's on me, boys. That's on me. Hand up. That's on me. Number 5 got a yellow card for spraying a water bottle. That's on me. Is he allowed? Boys, drop in the chat. I know this is more of a Brody started thing. Are we allowed to say number 5's name yet, or did I just break the rules? I'm allowed to say number 5's name now, right? Brian wouldn't start Loa because he isn't from Seattle. Yeah, that's a good point. That actually is a pretty valid point. I'll go up to this Rusnak team of the week for FC26. That'd be sick and early. I mean, that's fun because the game just came out, so you'd think a Rusnak inform would be like actually, like usable without having to like Evo it or anything. So I mean, I think that'll be make that happen too. Hashtag Rusnak team of the week. Let's get all the Sounders hashtags going. Let's flood X the everything app. Let's get that flooded tonight, boys, with Sounders content. KKR versus Sun. We're not cooked. KKR's got it. Easy clamps. Easy clamps. Everett Jets made, matter of fact. KKR is the boy. I will admit, Ali Ahmed was kind of cooking us for a bit on the wing. Imagine if that's Hyunmin Sun. You already have a crazy Rusnak Evo. Currently got the Jordan Morris training camp Evo going right now, boys. So we'll have that going. The 83 Jomo. Had to pick a striker. It was between him and Ferreira. And I know we're up and down on Morris, but he just felt like the most Sounders of the two. Yeah. Anyone else have any cool Sounders Evos going at FC26? No, we're a little off tangent right now, boys. So we got it. Game just came out. I don't know what else. I think that Ryan Kent card will be really fun to Evo eventually. I think he has a lot of potential to be sick. So hopefully that'll be fun. Oh, boys are dropping all their EAFC advice. All right, let's circle back to talking about tonight. Nuhu definitely had a good performance at left back. Saw some people in the chat saying man of the match, so that's fun. Nuhu can stay in form. I don't know. I don't think Fry was necessarily bad tonight, but boys, we talked about it a bunch. I want to hear your response. You guys have one word to put in the chat right now. One word in the chat. Fry or Thomas. Playoffs start tomorrow. Away at LAFC. Fry or Thomas, go. And it's a hard question for me because Fry is such a living legend for this club. I love Stefan Fry. Stefan Fry, if you hear this, I love everything you've done for this club. I love hashtag Wrinkle Wednesdays on Instagram. But I think right now, bro said Brian. You had two options, and bro picked C. It's got to be Thomas for me. I think Thomas has earned it. And it's crazy. It's sad to see, but it's honestly not. You got to flip it. It's not sad to see because I've been so scared about where we're going to go and goal after Fry's gone. And Thomas has proven that he's a viable successor to Fry. But I'm seeing in the chat, 3 votes for Thomas and then a vote for Brian. So hopefully Thomas doesn't get hurt. Okay. Fair play. In terms of the rest of the squad, I felt like, dude, Roll Dawn, we saw this in the chat earlier. Roll Dawn was everywhere, and he was getting fouled left, right, and center. Bro got. Can I see this? I don't even know. Can I see how many times he got fouled in this? He literally, I swear, every time I looked up, he was just getting killed. But this says was fouled 3 times. I swear it was more than 3. It felt like he was getting fouled all over the place. That doesn't seem right. Foot Mob, you're lying to me. Boys are being lied to right now. He was the most fouled player in the match, fouled 3 times. No, you're lying. Shut up. Jacob Castro. Okay. All right. Okay. Outside of that, I thought Rothrock had good spells. Wasn't great, but I mean, that Rusnak goal was all Rothrock started that on the wing. Ferreira was kind of the same sort of thing. They had moments. I thought Morris looked very shaky. Roldan didn't play long enough to speak on him. Sadly, I thought KKR was pretty shaky tonight. He was kind of getting abused by Ali Ahmed. And then finally, someone in the chat put a good statement about who we should put in goal. I don't understand why this isn't happening. Get Nuhu in between the sticks. Like, what are we doing? I've been waiting for someone to give a good recommendation. and we finally got it from JJ. So at least we now have a solution to an MLS Cup getting a hoot between the sticks. We should have brought. Dude, Georgie is so fun to watch. Can we just take a second to like deep breath and appreciate what Georgie Manungu is? Because no matter how good or bad he plays, Georgie steps into the game and he at least makes you just want to sit there and be like smile at him beating a defender at least 3 times. Sofa score says he was fouled twice. We're being lied to, fellas. We're being lied to. Because I swear every time I looked up, bro was on the ground in pain. So we already talked about Georgie. Moose was kind of just Moose. Kimke, he was decent. Kind of the best thing you want to say about a center back is if you don't notice them, they're good. And I feel like that was a pretty good summary of Kihi. Yeah, no, this makes perfect sense. I mean, a player that gets you a big trophy, you reward them by playing them 8 minutes. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to think of what the viable answer to a guy getting you a trophy over the best player of all time, and it's to not play him very much. So, like, I'm glad Vamos Sounders recognizes that too. No, I do think Dayro deserves to play more. 100%. It's just hard because I mean, I love Morris, given all the Sounders, but we know that Schmetzer has that bias towards him, and he now has that bias towards Moose, where it's like I don't know if Dayro's going to get those real minutes until it's the end of the game when it's throwing everything about the kitchen sink, which just sucks because Dayro's a huge talent for us. Bro, Georgie in 5 years will be class. If Georgie has potential to be one of those dudes who's just the MLS like cult hero. And I'm okay with that because watching Georgie play just makes me smile. And the closer and closer he gets to being a finished product, he can be a problem. They talked about it a ton on the broadcast when he played Miami. The idea of like he can beat anyone with his first 2 steps. He can keep his control on the ball is insane. Like you can't take it from him. If he can just finish that last step, which is that last decision being made, whether it be the right pass, getting a shot off, anything. Georgie, let's go. Okay. I'm happy we're getting good takes out tonight. Like, I don't know who this Lamon guy is. Georgie clears him. Lamine Yamal got nothing on Georgie. That's a fact. Rough job. Rough job did give me a good chuckle tonight when who was it? I can't remember who it was. Oh, who was it? Oh, Campo. Him in the little like shove match in the corner, and Campo just touches him on the head, and he was rolling around in pain. Like Rock and Ferreira is kind of dull. We got to deal with. It's kind of hard. I've said this so many times. Ferreira wants to do what Rusnak does, float in that space, in behind Morris. And when Rusnak is back, wow. When Rusnak is in, he can't really float into those spaces, right? And he's kind of just not useless, but not as effective out in the wing. And then, I mean, Rothrock is not a player that's going to be, flashy a whole 90 minutes. He'll have moments. And I just think tonight was one of those nights where, especially in that first half, there wasn't enough moments. Jesus should leave in January. I don't know. I think Ferreira, like I've said another time, you're repeating what I've said in previous streams. I think if Jesus Ferreira was signed, he was number 17 and he wasn't hyped up as our striker, he would look like a way better signing. Because he does everything you want out of not your striker. He finds space, the passes he connects. I mean, the runs he makes off the ball to create space for other players in the box. We saw it on the Rusnak goal. That ball he got in the end of from Rothrock, cut it across. He just can't score. I don't know what it is, but I don't think he'll leave. So, boys, we'll keep going for a little bit longer. Leave anything you got to say in the chat. I'm willing to talk about anything Sounders right now, boys. We're on a rough stretch. Let's be here for each other. Let's make each other smile. Let's have some fun. We're talking about FIFA. We're talking about everything in the transfer market. Okay, let's make sure. Put the score now. We'll scroll so you guys can't see the score. We don't got to worry about it. Boys, if you're enjoying the stream while it's still going, guys, leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe. If you want to become a member of the channel, get some fun emojis. Everything you have to say in the chat will always be mentioned. And guys, you'll get some fun videos where you choose what we talk about. And who knows? I think we got some fun plans in the making for other benefits for the members. So Boys, if you want to join the channel, go ahead and do that. What else do we want to talk about? The cut across was a deflection. Don't worry about it, okay? Dude, don't worry about it. He knew what he was doing. You know? Just pass it off he sees things that we can't see, you know? Like I know we wouldn't think of that, but trust, okay? You know, I can't even imagine not being a member, boys. Imagine not being a member. Imagine not being a member. Boys, what do you think? What do you think? Who are we going to play in the first? Yes, exactly. It was calculated. I know, like, not everyone understands, everything in the sport, but he saw Rusnak over there. He's like, hey, I'm going to hit it off his shin so everyone reacts this way. Open up space. He's playing chess. Whitecaps are playing checkers. I would. Hey, it's the thought that counts, right? I appreciate it. Yeah, this is a fair point. Just ran with the Leagues Cup winning team. But I just don't think that's the Sounders' way. I don't think that's what Smets ever had in mind, right? I would love to see it, though. I mean, I don't know what we're going to do to find some momentum. Luckily for the Sounders, let's go to the Sounders, and let's just realistically talk about what we're looking at the end of this season out, right? So we got 3 games. 3 games left, boys. What are we thinking? Portland. You need a game to turn the vibes around. Destroying Portland, is there a better option than that? The answer is no. Okay. Actually, the answer is yes. Apparently, winning Leagues Cup and also playing the Club World Cup are 2 better options. But right below that is destroying the Portland Timbers. I don't even know if I could say that word on the stream. I'm just gonna say that other team in the Northwest. That's not the Whitecaps. But realistically, I think if we win this Portland game, I think this low key is a must win for me. It's definitely a can't lose, but it's a must win. It's a must win because I think that just sets the vibes. Exactly. We need to destroy Portland. We need to give them a little bro moment. Little bro moment to them. Yes, exactly. Not everyone's tactically, and that's okay, right? Like, there's a reason why he's wearing the 9 shirt because he's just, and that's okay, right? Some of us can't comprehend it. I mean, I struggle too, so you gotta respect it. I don't even. Yes. All I'm gonna say is yes. Absolutely. Castro at striker. Some things don't need to be said because they're so obvious, and this is one of them. Like, when in doubt, put Castro out and put him up top. So I've kind of figured this is like a mutual agreement in the chat would be that Castro should probably play up top. So I don't know. I didn't think it was really needed to talk about. I'm so mad Portland got a promo card in FC. I actually didn't even look at the new promo cards today. Let me see what you're talking about before I get mad about this. Sounders kind of get slept on sometime on these promo cards. I wish there were some more, and at least we have Evos now to give us, a little fun. But Diego Chara, ew. I can't believe you just made me look at that. Ew. That actually, JJ, you might have just ruined my night. Like the Sounders game made me bummed out. That might have, yeah. I did not want to see a Diego Chara promo card tonight, dude. You just ruined my evening. I still love you, JJ, and you're a member. I'll always love you, but there's more than one. JJ, dude, what are you trying to do to me? What are you trying? At least Malik Tillman got one. Up the U.S. men's national team, boys. Darlington Nagby too, bro. JJ, you did not need to do this to me, bro. I was having a mid-level night, and you ruined it for me by showing me 2 Portland Timber promo cards. What's your starting lineup? Boys, okay. I gotta go soon, so let's have this be our final talking point. Let's end on a high note. We clinched playoffs tonight, boys. We officially clinched. So let's flip our mind. Here, let's get all these grocers. Here, I'll just leave this on the screen for you. There we go. We can be happy. We can be happy together. Just need to pack Loomberg. I don't know if I want to remember Loomberg in a Sounders jersey. I like Dempsey and I like Bobby more. Loomberg, we'll leave that one out. But okay, boys, let's go through this together. Leave in the chat. I'll say a position. I'll talk about it, and then boys, goal. Who's in goal? Starting lineup for playoffs. Who's in goal? I think we've agreed that it's Thomas. Who do you guys think? I think it's Thomas, ideally for me. At right back, Roldan's down hurt. I think it really depends on the game. Yeah, obviously Mr. Aura is going to go in goal. So Mr. Aura, good take. I see a lot of Thomas's K. Right back's kind of a coin flip. I'm okay with. I understand both. I would be okay with both. Center backs for me has to be Reagan and Yaimar if they're both fit. I trust Kim too, but I think it has to be Reagan and Yaimar in a playoff game. But I would trust. See, JJ, I can understand a 3-back, but I think we're too late in the season where if we would have been playing it, I'd be like, yes, let's go play a 3-back. But the fact that we haven't, I don't want to change it this close to playoffs. I want the boys to be rolling what they're comfortable with. We get 8. Yeah, this is actually a good call. So actually what we'll do is we'll put Thomas and Fry in goal, both of them. And then we'll put KKR and Alex Roldan as double right backs. We'll do Kim, Reagan, Bell, and Yaimar as the center backs in this formation. And then left back, we'll do Reed Baker Whiting and Nuhu. And then we'll just put Jacob Castro up top. So I'm hoping that'll probably be enough to hold out. And then we know Castro will bag 3, maybe 4. We could put a 4-3 win. So I think that's probably what we should do. We'll turn into Prime Hatafe. I'm loving these takes, boys. But yeah, left back, I think it has to be Nuhu for a playoff game. Obviously, the midfield, we're going to do the boys. We're going to do Roldan, and we'll get Obed in there. I think if times don't change, I'd play Moose up top right now. If Morris shows some potential, Morris, but right now probably Moose. If Peppo's fit, I want Peppo on the left. And then on the right, or sorry, either way, I'll just say on the wings. I think I'd still, for LAFC, I would say start Rothrock, but I want Georgie subbed in early. I would start Rothrock just because Georgie can be hit or miss defensively, and I think I'm scared for that game. But I think we'd sub Georgie in early, go at some tired defenders, and he'd put on a show in the second half. And then at the 10, you know what? I scratched that. Get rid of Rothrock. Play Jesus on the right. Rusnak. De La Vega. But the thing is if we do Ferreira, Rusnak, De La Vega, I want Schmetz to be so open-minded and being willing to sub early. If the game's looking bad, 60th minute, Georgie, get out there. Maybe Roth job, get out there. Morris, get up there, okay? This is a very Morris and Georgie on the wings. I want Peppo. I want Peppo. So okay, so that's what we're going with. Nuhu, Reagan Yaimar, either right back. Obed Roldan, Jesus, Rusnak, Peppo if fit. Musaski as of right now, but they're all on leashes about this long. And if it hits the 60th minute and we need something, new troops are out there. Well, yeah, or option B, we already talked about this, right? 9 back, 2 keepers. So I'm pretty sure that's allowed, right, boys? All right, boys. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I had fun. I hope you guys had fun. Boys, the content will continue to ramp up as we get closer and closer to postseason. If you guys are new, please subscribe. The push for 2K is on. We are so close. Like I said, leave a like. This will be posted eventually as a separate video. If you guys have anything else, any other opinions, go comment on this video. Comment on the live still after it's done. Boys, thanks for hanging out for a bit. Have a great night. We'll see you guys soon.